everyone, and welcome. It is time for some Fightsticks and Flashkicks number 108. I'm very excited to be here. As always, I'm your host, Paradox. I am joined today by the one and only Jinx. How you doing, Jinx?
We're doing all right on my end. Hope everyone's ready for some good Guilty Gear.
Absolutely. We've got a stacked bracket, a bit of a chill Thursday this week, but we've definitely got some fun in store for you. We've got some killers in here. We got Baba in here. We got Gavin in here. I see Sam from Bad Moon is in here. Risk Candy 43 as well from over at Sweet Tooth. Stupid Johnny Ball. Hey, listen, you be nice to my co-commentator. But we're very excited. Our first match might even be the treat of a Testament mirror for us. Although I have a sneaking memory in the back of my head that Jingo J is actually off of Testament, so I may be mistaken, but we'll find out one way or the other here pretty soon, as we're going to be getting Jingo J versus Electric Win Rahman. But very excited overall. Happy to be here. It's a lovely Thursday. Let me keep cruising and bruising on through here. We've got... Where are these gamers? Check in.
We do kind of need gamers to have a tournament.
Check in on start.gg as always. For all of you gamers out there, we are doing all of our matches are flagged for stream. So if you are not on stream already, then just check in on start.gg and feel free to play your matches. Jingo is Ram now. That's right. I think that is correct. We will
Seems like
definitely
it's gonna be pretty lethal.
Let me see. I need to ping these two gamers. Round one on stream. RC000117. Shoot some DMs out here. Come on, that was a good pun. Okay, hold on. Stupid Johnny Ball.
Thank you. Someone appreciates my terrible puns.
Oh, your pun. Oh, I was like, what pun did Simply Riff say? I'm so... Listen, I am nothing if not a person that things go over my head very frequently, especially when I am on stream, or especially when I'm setting up the first couple of rounds. I am a notorious like joke whiffer when I'm on comms because I got too much going on. But we'll be able to see, I might even be able to get a little versus screen pulled up here. If it is indeed true that we are on a Ramlethal Valentine, as well as I believe, I could very much be wrong, but I do believe that we're still on the Testament here for the young Rahman. Let me see if I can.
I know at least last time I fought them, they were on Testament.
Absolutely. We can get some past match history here. I see the online local coming in third there for Jingo J, as well as 33rd in the 106 Gur. Very nicely done. Recently 49th and 17th as the highest placings for Rahman as of late in last FNF, as well as the Breakout Series Guilty Gear Strive bracket, which I hear is getting more and more stacked by the week, even though it's not a very competitive day coming on that Friday. Do not envy anybody who's having to compete with time slots with the Geekly, but hey, it happens to the best of us. You know, back in my day when we were first starting out, we had I think there was a time where there was literally like 8 Guilty Gear Strive brackets on Thursday, and we had to stand the test of time for sure. Here we go. We got Jingo J in, rocking the Ramlethal Valentine. Now listen, I was watching AC last night. If you guys don't know, AC Aspiring Champions is our intermediate bracket. I was watching it last night and got to watch the Ram versus Testament matchup. This matchup is so bad. It's a Kai Kisuke. Honestly, really fair. These pancakes are banging right now. Oh, hell yeah. I do not blame Ramen for a second, because the Testament Ram matchup is just like debatably one of Testament's worst. Like, debatably Testament's literal worst matchup. But that also, you know, Potemkin exists and Happy Chaos exists, so. Ramon repping that RS as well as OEG. Early start off with the shock state here. 2K2D. Interesting, tricky knockdown there for Jingo J as well.
We got some good combos coming out already. I like it. We got the wall spot.
Going for a fake safe jump there into the close slash to maximize that pressure. The big counter hit on the low. You got to protect those toes. Doesn't even need the Mortabato.
That was a really good first round out of Jingo.
Oh. Just like this input there for the DP coming out, but it'll be all good here. The Foudra arc coming through. Gonna try to skip some of that neutral. No, the far slash. There it is. Ram says
Sword
please, and
coming
I
back
stop
at the same
blocking
time.
sword. Oh, little combo drop into a back throw. RC gonna extend the combo, bursting out of the corner. JK though, Kai is definitely a king of the skies. Nice little 5K into the tick throw. Listen, Ramon, known Tekken player, definitely a 5K tick throw Andy, and another throw in the corner. Gotta rock that mental stack whenever you can.
I think the mental stack is probably one of the most important aspects of the fighting game.
For sure, yeah. I mean, there's just so many things that you can apply. You know, you can in a lot of situations just trick your opponents into feeling helpless, and that's always such a good spot to be in for the fighting game. It's like, well, if they think that the RPS is just so heavily skewed because I'm like leaning towards one option or another, or skewing my own risk reward in a certain way, it's definitely great. The strike throw, Ramon, gonna be very, very strong at being a multi-fighting game player. YRC though coming through. Oh no! Really preemptive on that throw tech after the YRC, but does manage to block. Ooh, Gold Burst is gonna whiff, but you had no sword to punish. Oh, we are gaming right now. Overhead gonna land this time. No blocks, blue beat combo. Oh.
I think we are in for a good first set.
Absolutely.
This is going back and forth.
Yeah, it's definitely really interesting. There's a couple of things that Ramon is definitely doing a really good job of calling out specifically. Some of these block situations and some of the reaction checks are getting called out really well. The Ram flip is one that we call out a lot because, you know, nobody was blocking that shit 2 weeks ago, right? And that's just kind of a habit now. But now Ramon is blocking that out, but isn't able to quite capitalize just yet.
They really seem to like that 5K into the throw.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very tick throw heavy on the Kai gaming. But, I mean, listen, you can just purely out-fundamental your opponent with those tick throws. It can definitely go a long way.
It goes back to the mental stack. Once you get your opponent scared of the real stuff, you can throw in the fake stuff and just keep the pressure rolling like that. But now we got Ramlet Ball pressure going.
Yeah, you're hurting a little bit here. Nice 2K for the wall splat. Rounding straight into that charged dust. Maximizing the damage. Sacred Edge is the round start option. A little JS. Ram taking control of the skies a little bit herself.
Called out the throw that time.
JA's just barely going to catch on the tip, but the far slash actually getting one out by the Ramlet Ball. Real tragic stuff. Mortabato going to get that hard knockdown on the other side of the wall. The fake out safe jump once again. You are negative 800,000 on that bad boy. 2-0 so far for Jingo J.
Seems like Jingo's been able to pretty well adapt to the tick throws, everything that Ramon's been throwing so far. Let's see if Ramon can pull something back, maybe try some new stuff, see what they can get to work for him.
Looks like we're sticking it out on the Kai Kisuke at the very least. Optimizing on some of those fundamentals. Kai is definitely a character that you can get a long way with just rocking those fundamentals out.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice, some mental stack on the side of Jingo J, baiting out that potential tech throw. Low profiling the 5P there.
This Ramlethal pressure is just intense.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
That was a very aggressive burst on their part.
Absolutely. Ooh, a little bit.
Trying to close out the round.
Very nicely done. That is Jingo J closing things out with a 3-0 there. Very good performance on the Ramlethal Valentine. Let me check here. Okay, hold on just a moment while we get a couple of things figured out here. Perfect. Just a few little hiccups today in the bracket. I see a couple of connection checks coming through already. Big shout outs to Jackie Nuts and Busy Bum Jen, as well as Leave C for holding it down for us, who are all keeping it nice and tight over there. Hold on, kind of stream match be after this one, or now basically since it just ended. Yes, boom. Perfect. We will get Kensei versus Pixelated Max up first. Up now, 000117. And then we got Deceased Water versus Which Way? Up next. Perfect. Sorry about that. Had a couple of organizational things I had. And everyone is happy about this. Hold on. No, Jingo J, don't you put words in my mouth, especially not those evil words. 000117 is our room code as always. We'll go ahead and get Max on in here. I see Max entering the room. We will get Max versus Kensei, the classic Sin versus Kai matchup.
We do have some Ram enjoyers in OEG, I will admit.
We all love Ram. All of OEG loves Ram. Hold on.
I don't know about all. There's a few.
Hold on. I will hate Ram. I don't even hate Ram that much, but I will hate Ram just out of spite because you're not on Testament, Jingo. I don't know what to tell you.
Duel 1.
Ram wins games. That's fair. You got me there. I really can't argue with that point. Here we go, though. We got the Kai, and we've got the classic Pixelated Max skin color coming through. A little bit of plus frames. Also, Max notably going straight for the Sin here instead of opting for the Dizzy early on. Okay, interesting. Kensei calling out some of Max's timidness there in the corner, getting a run up 2H, and now the 5P tick throw. Okay, trying to use that fireball, getting a little bit of extra stun, or sacred edge rather. Nice confirm here from Max. So much meter on board for the Sin. Yeah, any hit is gonna kill here for sure. No burst, the YRC gets baited, and the burst stays down.
With how back and forth that first round is, I think we're in for another good one.
Oh, absolutely. This is also a matchup that historically, you know, has not been super great for Sin, but I think that Sin is probably in one of the best spots that he's been since release, and Kai is in one of the more bad spots that he's had since release. But that Fujira arc into burst bait. Kensei's got places to be. The double jump. Oh, we're staying in the air. We got nowhere to be.
Again, back to Kai being the king of the skies.
Absolutely. Nice backdash. Just a clean call out. Little red RC. I think that with the right routing, we absolutely close that one out. That is game number 1. Going over to Kensei. Hello, Lens. How's it going, homie? Here we go, getting into game number 2. Max versus Kensei. OEG's own. Easily in the top 4 Sim players in OEG, for sure. Out of my favorite Sim players, just kidding. I love all of our Sim players equally. I could never pick a favorite. We just have them all tied for either first or all tied for 4th.
I think what I like about all the Sim players we have, everyone seems to play Sin like very differently. You can tell how
sure.
each person plays Sin.
Yeah, Max has a lot of holdouts from back when Sin was just an objective bottom 1. And so has some of those habits and has some of those gameplay patterns that come from being a legacy Sin player. Can lead to some struggles when you're trying to adapt to Sin being a little bit better off. The mentality that you have. Can you be DQ'd from losers? I got you, Gavin. I wonder if I can just make this a double. I will take care of you, Gavin, though. No worries. Game I set winners. Did your parents teach you to do things? Understandable. The parent matchup's always a losing one, but that's okay. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night. Driver, no stamina though for the follow-up here. JS starter for the Kai Kisuke. Here we go. Burst baited. Put it in the bag. Ride the lightning. No chance to burst again. That is game number 2 going over to Kensei.
It seemed like Max is starting to hope, like from what I'm seeing, starting to try to find the right direction, see what they can adapt to. I saw they got some pretty good. They got a neutral skip in there, led them to a pretty good combo over the wall. I wonder if they're going to be able to carry that through, or if we're just going to have another 3-0, because so far it seems like the Kais, like, they've been playing pretty aggressive so far.
For sure. That's not gonna work. That's okay. Wait for that match to get populated.
We had to swap over to Dizzy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Sin, I think, probably has a pretty equal amount of time as the Dizzy at this point. So Dizzy, although being in a pretty rough spot overall, kind of as we were talking about earlier with old Sin, but Max definitely very comfortable on the Dizzy right now. The main, if you will, but also always hard when you know you're going up against a cracked player like Kensei. You know, it's kind of Oh, I gotta pull out all the stops. I gotta play the big guns if I can have them available.
You don't really have the time or the, like, you can't hesitate at all. You just got to be doing everything at the top of your game.
Absolutely. There's a little bit of a close slash to continue that combo there, and there's a lack of Barbie enjoying wipe in this chat. Very true. Maybe it's too early for you, but packing some orders. Oh no, the Fudra art connects, going over the 2P. Oh, didn't have the meter for it. This is a pretty good starter though. PRC's out, interestingly enough, but is going to be able to get some of that set play going here. Yeah, these OTGs, the F Shiki coming through. Kai is blocking through all of that, and Max blocking the 2P afterwards. Nicely done. Another JS coming through. Kensei is poised to take the whole thing here.
They had a solid attempt. Let's see if we can maybe carry it out. Get back into that corner pressure. That seems to be where Dizzy really wants to be right now.
Watching a family dispute on stream right now. I don't know about all that, but the risk meter getting built up. No, the close slash connects. You get the burst out. Nicely done. Ice floor is applied. This is your last opportunity to make something happen here before getting sent over to the loser side of the bracket. Double Michael sword. Look at the very, very small damage on that combo. Sun Dipper coming through. The scary situation to be in. Now you're stuck in the corner. All the overhead lands a counter hit, and that is going to be plenty. A clean pickup for Kensei, and a 3-0. Up over pixelated Max.
Kai wins.
Next up, we've got Deceased Water versus which way? 000117, and I believe I see with my known tuned eyes, we're going to be seeing some potentially Pearlbot versus Ukio down on our next match, which will be our top 8 qualifier. Very excited to see what we are cooking with that. I'm trying to remember who it is that Deceased Water plays. I want to say, we're going to have to, hello, Lixow. Someone's going to have to message Meta and tell them to hydrate, because we got the redeem. Great stuff, though, going in so far. I see the Eno for which way coming through. I think it's just because of the move Rainwater, but my brain is telling me that Deceased Water is an Axel player. Well, we will find out here very shortly. Go ahead and shoot them in DM.
Looks like in chat we're going to be getting some Slayer.
Slayer. Ooh, okay. I'm always down for a little Slayer. Slayer Eno, an interesting one. Some of those aerial approaches can definitely be scary. I think that if you're ever putting yourself in a position where you can get even potentially anti-aired by a my brain is breaking. Pile bunker. If you can ever put yourself in a position where you could get potentially anti-aired by a pile bunker, you are not feeling good.
Yeah, with the high damage output from Slayer, just in general, you really don't want to be taking any unnecessary risks against that. And with most of Eno's approaches, you're going to be taking some risks on that.
Absolutely. Getting into things here. Level 666 for this Slayer. Going up against which way? I need to drink and play Fortnite. God, I love Fortnite. Okay. Let me get our scoreboard updated here. Well, this match gets kicked off.
Ooh, that's a nice backdash on the second BSU there.
Yeah, absolutely. The overhead connecting. Overhead once again connecting, and this is just one of those situations you might have to pick a god and mash because Slayer does not have too many defensive options coming through. Nice forward slash connecting here. Finding the 2 Ps. There's a reversal super. Gonna be plenty of damage to put things down. Nice 2K2D catching the low approach there. YRC's through the 2S and is setting up a little bit of extra mix. Does find the low once again. Deceased Water is going to have to find an option in order to block some of this mix, or things are going to get extra hairy for you. Oh, the fast PRC overhead. I think this combo is going to pick up all the way as well. Clean routing coming in from which way.
They seem to be dealing with the Slayer pretty well so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. It's one of those situations, you know, with Ino in particular, that like you can hypothetically clear any matchup because you are a mix-up set play style character. Like if your opponent just can't block your mix, there is no matchup there, right? That's just you labbing basically. See how things go here in game number 2. We are currently in round 3 for the tournament, closing in on that top 8. Little 2K opening things up. Nicely done. Going for the super. Hard knockdown, not quite enough damage to kill. Slayer's a pretty beefy boy. Oh, nice. I love the cross up into BSU. Trying to go for another throw after the initial BSU instead of going for some more strike-oriented mix-up. Definitely a valid option. You're so afraid of that universe counter that you can definitely end up in a situation where you're so focused on blocking that the second throw comes in. Very beautiful burst bait. Just put the burst in the bag and confirming it as well.
I know, at least in my case, I've definitely been hit by the Slayer double grab plenty of times.
For sure. Well, Clash didn't even see what button came out there. Nicely done, though. That is which way taking game number 2. We're looking at potentially another 3-0, unless Deceased Water can make the lock-in happen here.
It seemed like they were blocking the mix-up a little bit better in that last round, though.
For sure, yeah.
Starting to get some adaptations in, maybe reading this Ino a little bit better, but at the end of the day, Ino's a pretty mix-up heavy character, so they just got to get it right once.
Definitely. Got some interesting options, but yeah, you can only block for so long, right? Especially in Guilty Gear Strive. If you're blocking, you're very often not in a very advantaged state. So it can be scary, especially when you're playing against a character like Ino who's going to be resetting you, going for so many of these, even on hit, resetting you into some more mix. Just increasing that mental stack. You're just trying to guess here for your life. And an Ino player, when they kind of recognize that you're struggling with that mix, they'll hone in on that absolutely every time.
Oh, definitely. And especially with Ino's just ability to carry any form of mix into a wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Orange Wild Assault, as well as all the meter that you're building up since you're just moving forward the whole game, right? Definitely can be scary. Nice, beats out the 2H. That would have been such a good start for Deceased Water. Deceased Water, pardon me. Nice backdash, calling it out. He is going to land a close slash here into the pile bunker on the wall. Super Mappa Hunch.
I know, though, I'm not going to discredit Slayer. Slayer has some good mix potential, too, with the side swap.
Oh,
They just haven't really gotten into a position where they can with the Ino pressure.
I have no idea how that 2K beat out 2H there, but it did in all its glory. We have 100 meter here for Deceased Water. You can do anything in this game with 100 meter, and you can indeed secure the kill here. That could be the first step on the way to a reverse sweep here for Deceased.
Get the momentum rolling and see if they can just carry it.
Too bad. Oh, Wild Assault trying to come through to keep that pressure going, but Which Way is going to be winning out on that interaction. Looking scary, the fast PRC. You managed to block it, but you got tick thrown for your trouble and a hit into a wall spot. I think that you're just dead to that close slash. There's another 3-0 for the night.
Seems whoever gets that ball rolling first has just been able to keep that pressure going, just keep staying in the advantageous state they want to stay in, keep whatever game plan they have going.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So next up we have Pearlbot versus Ukio. Ukio, we had them on comms last night for AC. 000117, as always, is your room code. Very interested to see what we are cooking with here for this next round. Rutro. Come on, Ukio, you got this. Ukio, also, I want you to know that every time I run my my seeding program that I use for FNF, you and Oddity are always almost the exact same seed. So you're always right next to each other, and I just think it's adorable. I just wanted to let y'all know that. In case you were wondering why you guys always get seated right next to each other, it's literally just the it's just that, like, the seating bot just puts you right next to each other, and I love that for y'all. Hotkeys in your area. I think I know which one that is. Glad to see you got a chance to hop on and grind for that ore. Ukio.
I played against them in Tower recently. I'm really excited to see what they got coming out for this.
Hello, Jackie Nuts. How are you doing? Yeah, Ukio definitely been cooking a lot, been improving a lot as well, playing in those intermediate and beginner brackets. Clearing through them with that ABBA.
Their ABBA is very oppressive. They get in and like to stay in and don't really want to leave unless they're forced to.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So we do have just a little bit of waiting. Loki kind of nervous. We'll see what happens. We definitely will. So Probot is double bracketing right now, so we're going to give them a little bit of time. Sounds like they were just about to finish up their set, though. So we will just let them cruise through that, and we will stall here for a minute in case y'all are interested. Right now, the biggest shout out that we have on the Odin's Gaming team is Pride FGC. It is our annual, this is our second annual version of this, but they're a demon. Their set's gonna be done quick. Heck yeah. But check out Pride FGC. We just recently announced the full initial game roster, although we do have a couple of extra games, a couple extra little side brackets that are going to be getting ran as well. Very excited about everything that's going to be happening. We are doing a large charity event that's going to be a weekend full of gaming, trying to mimic that kind of feel and vibe of a major, but in the online space. We're going to have panels. We're going to have a vendor alley. We're going to have a cosplay corner. We're going to have a artist alley and stuff like that. We're going to have, how many do we got right now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14 games just to get us started. And we have more people are signing up as we speak for everything. In order to enter, we will be actually sending entries live this weekend. So stay tuned. Follow that Twitter. Follow me on Twitter or Owns Gaming or whoever. Check it out in the Discord as well. But we will be putting registration, I believe, going live this weekend, and it's going to be a $5 donation to the Trevor Project. Will get you access to all of the whole weekend worth of brackets and everything. So make sure that you contribute to a good cause and have a good time with us. We are very, very excited, as always, to put on some charity work and get it all kind of moving and grooving. Pride is a great time. We got some really, really awesome orgs working with us this year. Some stuff I'm pretty excited about, honestly. We got the Bomb and Brawlers running City of the Wolves for us. Of course, Wii Sports doing the mystery bracket. We're gonna have both Melty Bloods. We just saw, or no, we didn't just see, but you may get to see some wrist candy cooking on through the bracket. But they are going to be hosting I believe, a Melty Blood type Lumina bracket for us as well. We got like Botto City running Street Fighter. They're one of our Thursday bracket homies. We got Rivals of Aether 2 as well. So if you guys are interested in either, if you're interested in entering the brackets, but also if you're interested in doing any like panels, doing any side events or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me, any member of our admin team, or reach out on the Pride FGC Twitter, and we'll be able to get you hooked up. If you have a panel idea, I'm getting in there. I'm getting the 3-peat on the mystery bracket, baby. I'm ready. Jackie Nutt's the queen of the mystery bracket, honestly. For sure. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's going to be a great time when the time actually comes. Make sure that you get in there and get signed up and get some contributions going to an awesome charity cause with the Trevor Project as well. And if you have any ideas, if you want to do a podcast with your friends, I think last year we did some really, really fun like makeup tutorials that were a part of the panels. We did a music stream as well. I believe that we did a like queerness in fighting games, like history lesson, which was super, super awesome. And like a tier list or whatever it is. If you guys want to contribute by doing a little bit of fun stream, podcast, whatever have you, it is always a great time. I'm excited. I feel like the community is in a fun spot. The saddest part is I can't get all my Strive homie orgs in on the bracket fun, just because there's only so much Strive to go around at the end of the day, unfortunately.
I'm excited for Pride FGC this year too. I remember last year I don't think I got to participate in any of the brackets, but I'm gonna try to participate in as many as I can this year.
This is the first bracket I've entered in months, and you guys got me playing Potemkin to get into the top 8. A tragedy. Hey, listen, I don't see the brackets. All right. Oh, it's Baba too. Ooh. Well, sorry, Sam. I'm actually just farming you for a Twitter crash out so we can get some publicity. Can I do a panel on installing Linux for games that get frustrated going back to Windows? Yeah.
I think sure. I got the perfect co-host for that panel. Hit up Simply Rift.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you. After the infamous Sam Elfelt crash out, entries were high for the next couple weeks. So, if you can just whip up another one of those for us real quick, that'd be great. Bot crash out on Elfelt proportions. In the chat, ready when you are. I love this. I love this for both of you. Hopefully you enjoy, and we're about to enjoy some dang. I understand now why Ukio knew the name, because we got some dang old ABBA mirror match coming in. We're locking it in for the mirror match too.
Mankind new. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here we go. Definitely, I have no information on the ABBA mirror match, so I'm looking forward to learning a lot here. We've got double Rage install though. Double Donsai 1-1 for some reason by like a frame, I think. And we do have, I believe that it is, yes, in the blue jeans, it is Ukio. And the pink is going to be Pearlbot here, repping that yokai.
Just short on that key grab.
Yeah, very tragic. Little 6B anti-air coming through. One in Jealous Rage, the other now neither in Jealous Rage, but the key grab off of the JD. Very nicely done. Oh no, caught you mashing after on the overhead there. Tragic stuff. Oh, got the parry, but unfortunately did get hit after. Lots of interesting ways of using the iframes, and Abba is also just so active at the same time. Abba's doing a good job of countering herself. It's always the case, right? Like, a character always has really interesting tools to counter themselves. Why mirror matches can be so fun. Look at that. What a route, going through the wall, getting the super, resetting so much of that Jealous Rage meter.
Seems like most mirror matches are always going to be the most volatile.
We got some GGG fans in the chat. Super right back at you. We are plus. No, we're not plus enough. Just kidding. I don't know how we weren't. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen someone mash on that and actually have it work out. Little knowledge check moment for you on the setup. Oh, you know what? They FD'd it with an air block, and I bet you that's why. They were able to recover a little bit faster. Very nicely done.
Duel 1.
There we go. Getting into game number 2, though, the Abba Mirror. Once again, the blue jeans belong to Ukyo and Pearlbot on the pink there.
I always love to see the Abba, like the air carry wall combos.
For sure.
Nice reversal there coming out of Yukio.
Nicely done. Getting into the Jealous Rage state here. Now, this is such a scary spot to be in. Insta-confirm into the Fireball Super. The last hit of that Rekka. Nicely done for Pearlbot.
That fast RC, you basically just let them skip any interaction point there.
Mm-hmm. Solid here in the corner as well. The low is going to connect, actually not confirming anything off of it. Is going to have to get out of the Jealous Rage, and now it is indeed Ukyo's time to cook. A little posture check. Thank you, Jess Best. Rin's not here to posture check in spirit. True. You can just send Rin a screen cap of that.
Looks like Yu-Gi-Oh's trying to find some form of momentum, get something carry going.
This is great. You're definitely going to kill here. Nicely done for Ukyo. Getting onto the board.
It always seems, especially in Abba's case, it doesn't really matter how low you are on Abba, one good combo and you're pretty golden.
Yeah, absolutely. Abba, a huge damage character. Lots of interesting routing as well to maintain a lot of that Jealous Rage meter. You know, if you're getting hits, you're staying in Jealous Rage for very long amounts of time. You see from Ukyo right here, going from nearly full to basically empty, is actually going to have to be forced to mask off there. I was going to say he was about to get all of that back, but unfortunately did not hit the mix. Oh, reversals, the reversal. Oh, that's devastating. Nicely done. Little Kara Danzai. I'm the simple man. I see Karas, I'm happy. Oh, the jump scare key grab into the Jealous Rage. Run up Danzai bursting out. You are indeed going to be getting out of your mode here now. Gonna have to handle some of this pressure. Kara's good. That's what I'm saying. Oh, double 2K. This is so scary. Neither of you in jealous rage. This is the ultimate strive whip noodle fight. That is 2-0 so far for Pearlbot. Yeah, this is our top 8 qualifiers. We'll be taking a small break after this. Ukyo reverse sweeps this. We got believers in the chat into this mirror match. We definitely saw some good signs of life for Ukyo here. But Ukyo still have plenty of time to make something happen in the loser side of bracket if they cannot make it here. But the double Danzai, Ukyo winning out this time by a frame. Nice. I love the PRC there. The downside of Danzai is it's such a long running move. It takes almost a third of your jealous rage meter away in the process of just using the move, as we can see right there with Ukyo, right? So PRCing out of it in order to take the mask off, in order to get a lot of that jealous rage back is such a good play. Nice heads up play by Pearlbot. Oh, caught the startup. Heard the audio cue as well with that through that PRC. Nicely done. The overhead coming through. Not, oh yeah, is actually an overhead. Don't worry.
Seems like Yukio's finding a good position with these jump scares.
For sure. Too bad here. Going to be getting the install through the other side of the wall. Both an install technically, but after the safe jump is over. Nicely done. Ooh. Sorry, no safe jump, but did get the hit anyway. Pearlbot now on match point. Ukyo has an opportunity, has taken the first step to make the reverse sweep happen. He's a lock in for a couple more games here, though. Definitely, seems like Pearlbot a lot of times is kind of autopiloting into some more pressure rather than hit confirming some of these combos, which could be something that Ukyo is able to take advantage of. But this last hit with the Danzai is probably going to be plenty here. Oh no, actually, oh, you got hit after the mask off. Hands off the keys. We've got another 3-0 with a perfect nonetheless. And we are just cruising and bruising on through this bracket. I see Baba already confirmed in top 8. Which way and Leahi, as well as now Ukyo. Or sorry, not Ukyo. I misreported that. My bad. I'm fixing it. Don't yell at me. 3-0 in Pearlbot's favor. There we go.
Ukyo, you did great out there. I don't know what you're talking about. The mirror matchup's always going to be interesting no matter what. Just seeing how both players try to adapt to each other's bullshit, how they try to play around whatever each person's doing.
Exactly. You cooked out there for sure. We enjoyed watching it. So, listen. Just because it's a 3-0 doesn't mean, legitimately doesn't mean that it wasn't close, all right? We had some really, really good moments in there for sure. But we are going to be stepping away for just a moment. We're going to take a real quick 15-minute break, and we'll be back with some top 8. There you go. Even Pearlbot says, I was stressing. I would have been stressing. I would have been sweating my ass off, especially after that round. Ooh, no, thank you. But we'll be back with some awesome top 8 action for you here in 15 minutes. I will send out a ping to the Discord to let y'all know while we wait for this loser's bracket to catch up. And we will catch you all here in just a few. See you soon. Hello everyone and welcome to top 8 of Fightsticks and Flashkicks number 108. We've got a bunch of shooters here in the top 8 for you. They're getting ready to get things kicked off. We've got Baba. We've got Leahi. Hold on, I'm getting there. We've got Jingo J and we've got Pearlbot in the top 8 so far, and a ton of killers down in the bottom side of the bracket as well. I'm joined once again by Jinx, and we'll be getting things going.
Based just on how the stream matches we had at the beginning were going, I'm super excited to see what we got coming up.
Absolutely.
Baba. Duel 1.
Seems like we already got some Baba believers.
For sure. Baba, I will die for you. Here we go. Immediate Potemkin buffer coming in for Baba. And Ramlethal on the other side. Two very divisive characters, I will say. You're kind of picking your demon on this set for sure. PRC forward here for the round start. Trying to find the footsies button, but it's not quite coming through. Nice PRC, really late on the PRC there as well from the counter hit. Got that late game decision making. Red RC here, burst available, but was not coming out. That's Leahi taking the first game.
Both of these characters don't really have to do much to deal some massive damage. This looks like it's going to be another volatile side.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the Strive Classic. We got some killers. George would rather die by lethal injection. Oh no. Okay. Looking crazy here with the corner pressure. Baba having a hard time getting out of the corner as well. This is definitely scary. The flip coming through. PRC forward. You got to be so careful on the sword toss pressure in the corner here. It's just so tight coming in for... Oh, I actually got these characters backwards. We've got Potemkin on this side. We've got Ramlethal on this side. I got clipped by Flip. Hey, listen. Yeah, he blocked Flip, got clipped by the IAD back JK. That's age. All right, everybody get out your 401ks here for this set. That's what we see to the bracket by today. Nice throw here. Really meaty Garuda. Lots of extra plus frames off of that bad boy. Trying to find really just any interaction in neutral here. Bursting out aggressively as well on the first hit. But look at the spacing from Leahi, just right outside of the range. You know, there's been some Potemkin is secretly a zoner discourse happening, and right now Ram is winning that fight. At Botto City today, Kensei gave you a run for your money? Hell yeah. I'll tell you, you didn't miss much at just mids. I saw it was double Potemkin grand finals. I was watching before the stream started. Nice flip over here. The 7 tweet does not count as discourse. It does. Every 7 tweet I see is discourse in my mind. YRC coming through. This is bust on Gifto, yeah. I hate that you're right.
Looks like so far it's another one of just whoever gets that pressure rolling first is just going to keep it going.
YRC coming out straight into the pop buster. YRC on the overhead here. This is looking scary. Clash. I think Potemkin wins, right? Nicely. Oh no, Baram won. I got my health bars mixed up. On the Clash as well. Thank God every day I wasn't born Canadian. Hey, listen. The local is chill. I agree. I've adopted Just Mids as my own local. I know I'm about as physically far away from Just Mids as you can possibly be in Texas, but it's spiritually my local now. Here we go, going for the overhead again, catching on that flip.
Tried to get the first bait out there, didn't quite work that time for him.
Big pop buster. Has a meter here as well. Counter hit, you're so dead. Busta's my goat. Then he picks pot. I have to look him in the eyes and say, yeah, that's fine. Nicely done. The IID back. Nice armor move out of the corner. Tries to go for a safe jab, but it was a little bit too fake. Studious with it. Oh, Lord. Nice. Mortabato back into the corner. Nice OTG as well. With the windshield wipers, with no windshield wipers. Just hand drying that shit.
This one seems like it could go either way.
Done. Big damage here. Going through the wall, gonna be getting that positive bonus. The extra effective HP gonna go a long way in this Potemkin matchup, honestly. There's a PRC. You're gonna need to use that extra effective HP immediately. Blocking some of the mix out here. Not too bad with the throw. No OTG available, but the pogo pressure coming in for Leahi. Not too shabby here. We can check out these players here over here on the versus screen just real quick. So there are a lot of homies in top 8 for sure. We had a couple real good upsets as well. Baba recently took 25th in match, and Bracket X Bracket. Oh, hey, Danknet, I see you in there. We also have a couple of 17th places coming in for Leahi, both sweeping through, only dropping one game for Leahi's side. BXB mentioned. Did I miss a match? Am I tripping? Was that already 3?
I think that was.
Did Leahi just 3-0 and I blacked out for one of the matches? That's my bad.
I think so.
That's on me. I apologize. 3-0 for the young Leahi. Let me go ahead and get this match reported correctly here with characters and all that jazz. Boom, report, start the match, report game data. Potemkin and Ram Lethal. Wild set going over 3. It's a night of 3 zeros. Honestly, we're going to be in bed by like 10 o'clock. What's happening here? Keep this bracket scooting on along. We got Jingo J and Pearlbot. Jingo J versus Pearlbot up now. The room code, of course, 000117, as always. Jingo J and Pearlbot. Pearlbot has been making some moves lately. Let's go ahead and check out our top 8 list as it has been populated so far. I do know we have a couple of goats cooking on through here. Leahi just securing their spot into winners finals. We got Which Way and Risk Candy here, waiting on a couple matches to resolve over in the pools area, but hopefully no running in the pools. Jingo J and Pearlbot going to be cooking up. We'll be able to see pop over to our versus screen as well. Also, shout out to Scoreboard. It is awesome. We got Jingo J going in against Pearlbot, and I think both of these I should have. We got Ram versus ABBA coming in here. See some of their past performances as well. First top 8 brackets for FNF with the entire almanac of the last tournament placements. I DQ'd from TNS and got a dog shit placing 5 times in a row. Oh no.
Simply,
Yeah,
you also
Hiho.
already know.
Go ahead.
Simply, if you know what I'm going to say to that, I will die on the hill that Johnny is an honest mid-tier at best.
You're gonna get died on that hill, that's for sure. Jingo
I
switched
will.
to Ram. It is tragic. It is unfortunate. Everyone loves Ram's smile. But yeah, Hiho, I am keeping an eye on your set here. If Bendito doesn't like immediately get into y'all's set, shoot me a ping in the Discord, because we're a little bit behind on that particular timeline right now. Hiho currently waiting on Avarice and Bendito to wrap up their losers round 3. Got the Pearl bot on in here. The Ram versus the ABBA coming through. Pools is demonic. The fuck is going on in losers? Hiho DQ'd out of winners, to be fair, but also, yeah, there have been actually an insane amount of upsets. I see almost my entirety of seeded top 8 is in losers bracket right now. Like, that's what we're cooking with right now. I see, looking down here, I see my 2nd seed just lost to my 5th seed for loser side top 8 qualifiers. My 8th seed and my 4th seed are about to fight. My 4th seed just beat my 3rd seed in losers round 3. You know, we got some shit going on this week. I don't know. People are on something. There's a fight for the entire universe going on. Let me see. I'll go ahead and get Ukio's matches. All right, perfect. Ukio just made it in on the top 8 side as well. Getting that match confirmed.
A new follower.
We should be good to go to get this match started here. Joe Brownie Phone Edition. Hey, yo, mobile viewer. We got Ram versus ABBA. I think, you know, every twist and turn, I'm trying to think of a way to justify getting Jingo J to play Testament instead of Ram. But I just can't ever think of a good justification. I'm like, oh yeah, Testament's actually pretty good into well, no, actually, it's kind of a dog shit matchup. And even if it were a good matchup, it's probably just a better matchup for Ram than it is for Testament anyway. Go though in the corner against the ABBA pressure. Gonna have to find something to get out of here. Sword is basically Grave Reaper. Yeah, literally, Ram Far Slash is just better Grave Reaper. Like, what do you just do Far Slash into Sword? It's the same thing. Here we go. Speaking of, get that guard crush rolling. Now you're in the corner. Grave Reaper, but you can't with it. True. Oh, backdashing on the close slash there. A little bit of a risky backdash though. Those close slashes are basically frame perfect to get backdash. Going for the overhead, gonna open things up, and Jingo J. Clean routing. Calm, cool, collected. Ram sword throw. It's like if all of Testament's pressure was in one move and completely uninteractable. And also actual Vix. I've never trued to a Hiho statement more in my life. I like this. Can we all just like join together and downplay Testament a little bit more? This is great for me.
I'm so down to downplay Testament.
There was like an arc like 3 weeks ago where people were upplaying Testament, and I was like, I need to get off Twitter. I've been through a lot in this community, but now is the time that I need to get off Twitter. Bottom one's to me. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, downplaying
Oh my God,
Testament
you're
is literally
dead.
one of my favorite hobbies.
I looked away. What is happening? You're dead. You got reset. The big red bar. Hey, listen, there's never a better time or a better use case scenario for our replay button here. My video is saved. It should be able to pull up here. Never mind. It's a Faust clip from last week. I don't know why my replay is so broken. Hold on. No, yeah, it's just going to stay a Faust clip from last week. That's great. That was an insane. Enjoyers of big red health bars are thriving right now. That is for sure.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Testament players saying Milia test is even and I win without looking. I think they're doing real. Guy who just drank the juice that makes you say real. We report some game data here real quick. We got Ramlethal on one side, of course, and Abba on the other. Pearlbot taking game number 1 so far. Nicely done in the corner, now throwing through the explosion.
Seems again it's just been like a running theme with this bracket. Whoever gets the pressure rolling first.
Nicely done, giving that 2K. Nice confirm as well off of the 2K. The damage coming through, and Pearlbot going up 2-0 with the 7 ivory letters on the screen as well.
We've got a lot of those so far.
Just kidding. Did I do that thing again where it's actually 3-0 and I was just doing TO shit on the side? Might be. Unless, wait, is it time? Are we going back to character select so that Jingo J can pick Testament? Thinking. No. Okay, fine. Just had to bait me. I understand.
We got hit by the mix IRL.
I'm gonna spam Testament emotes.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
we did it, guys. We downplayed Testament hard enough that we summoned Yoho still. Thank you all for joining your powers together. Here we go, going for the flip. Nice mix there. Getting the low afterwards with the close slash. Gonna get beaten out by the reversal. Too bad. Out of Jealous Rage meter now. Red RC after the windshield wipers. There's the flip. Getting the mix on the explosion.
That flip mix has been extremely effective so far.
Absolutely.
I think it's worked every time I've seen it.
It's such a hard situation to deal with. Basically, like, it hits you overhead, and then at certain distances, if you're crouching, it'll go over your head, literally, and then you'll get mixed up by the sword toss explosion. So you have to preemptively block it standing, like, before it would actually hit you, basically. And be aware of the spacing as well. Here's a clean 50% off the top, though. Speaking of aware of spacing.
Ooh, nice burst hit out of Pearl.
I believe in you, Jodo. Hiho, also, I believe your match is ready. If you burst, you go to hell. It's true. It's true. Nicely done. Morvada through the wall. This could be Jingo J getting on the board, setting up for a potential reverse sweep here.
That was a great call out on the dust there.
Ooh, the mix coming through. Nice red RC as well. Or that is not Pearlbot taking it. That is Jingo J taking it, bringing us to a 1-2 situation.
For once, we're not getting a 3-0.
For once, we're not getting a 3-0. Actual Dodger. Real, real, real.
Duel 1.
Here we go, getting into game number 4 between the ABBA and the Ramlethal Valentine. There's the kick. The two boots leading you to the future. Too bad here. 5K getting the wall stick. Now positive bonus and plenty of Jealous Rage to work with. We are so plus here. Gonna jump out though this time. There it is, Red RC making it happen. Hello, Bad Moon. Go. Another wall stick. Soft knockdown, positive bonus. You know the drill. Nice. I love the parry through. Ram, it doesn't seem like has great kind of autopilot options. You have to hit confirm on that parry in order to get kind of plus, cheek out some plus frames in that situation. Going for the overhead. Red RC immediately going to maximize the damage. Not plenty. Ramlethal gotta go. Yeah, if it'll get Jingo J back on Testament, I'm down for Ramlethal getting out.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with that one. I do want to see some Testament gaming.
Go. Going for the low. Gonna get the free block out of that mask off. Mashes that 4-framer. This is big damage through the wall. Gonna get a hard knockdown. Jingo J, though, has 100 meter. You can get anything done with 100 meter in this video game. Tried to go for the BRC instant overhead. Didn't quite get the timing right, though. Bursting out immediately, aggressively. PRC back. Unfortunately, 100 meters spent and not much reward out of it. Is going to get hit up here. Oh, straight into the throw. And Pearlbot is going to take it 3-2.
They were taking any risk they could there, and it seemed to pull off for them.
Absolutely. Trying to cover those risky options with the RC situations. Unfortunately, was just not quite working out. Okay, I'm going to check. I'm going to see if my replay worked. Oh, excuse me. Replay? Transform. What's happening here? One, it's definitely not on the right replay. This is a Winty Guitar replay. Fit to screen. There we go. Still wrong replay though. Winty zoom. I'm crashing out on my replay tech here. I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with it. But regardless of all that, we got Wrist Candy and Ukio coming up. They're gonna be on stream here next. Wrist Candy versus Ukio up now. 000117, of course, for the room code. And then we're gonna be getting, we got a little bit of delay happening in the bracket right now. Hiho and Bandito got to face off, and then whoever wins that set is going to be facing off against Sam from Bad Moon LLC, going in for that top 8 match. I love you, Mr. Big Bad Moon Boss Man. Listen, that's clearly the Bad Moon intern, right?
It's the PR team running their account.
Hit him with the Rand. He's heard a bajillion times. Oh no.
Not the copy pasta.
Let's see here. We are no longer doing, we got Wrist Candy coming in here. Hot keys in your area. Yeah, we got Wrist Candy going in against Ukio as we check out our top 8. Let me make sure that bad boy gets refreshed here. For some updates, Jingo now in the losers quarters along with Baba. Wrist Candy and Ukio fighting for the right to face off against the Potemkin. Right, shout out your tourney. Sam, what's your tourney? Where is it?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Give me your tourney, I will shout you out. Don't you worry. I got you. Everybody go play in Sam's tournament.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Hey, Hio speedrunning. Thank you, Hio. Sandy is showdown. There you go. Skin cooking on the Johnny. Beautiful stuff.
I might be a little bit biased here with this one.
Jinx unknown. Johnny Enjoyer. Also repping that sweet. Chris Candy's going to be helping us out a little bit for Pride FGC this year. We're very, very excited for. Look at the TK Finder. Didn't even need a confirm, just sending the TK Finder to send a message.
The Mistfinder counter hit carry off, that was crazy. The one thing I know, the Johnny Alba matchup is basically whoever gets touched first is losing there.
True.
Especially if Johnny can just keep the pressure up and not let Alba have a chance to get into jealous mode.
Yeah, the jealous range can definitely be a big big game changer.
Nice bait on the parry there.
New Mexico Regionals. That's actually kind of hype. Nice 6H. Going in. Beautiful stuff. Breaking through the parry with the BRC into reversal super. Nicely done for Risk Candy. Getting those 7 ivory letters. Coming in 1-0 so far for Risk Candy. Baba Sweet. Baba Sweet. Oh, this looks like fun. I hate seeing a regional that's literally in an adjacent state to the state that I live in, and it's 10-hour drive away. What's up with that? What's the deal with living in Texas?
Swapping up the Slayer here.
Well, interesting. Get on the Slayer. Nice mix there with the JD as well. 2D. Gonna get you that hard knockdown. It's justified switch. You gotta fight fire with fire sometimes. Then drive to go half a state over as a North America classic. I hate it so much. Hype, but that shit is a 12-hour drive, huh? That's what I'm saying.
Card marker on there.
Just barely spacing out that throw as well. There's a couple streams, true. Ooh, 2H barely getting the clash there, unfortunately. But Mappa Hunch gonna get you started here. Pile bunker loops. Oh no, the freeze after the drop, unfortunately. Risk Candy on Johnny, yeah, you know, cooking it up a little bit here, actually. Oh, it's at the end of June too. Unfortunately, I will be on hard bed rest recovery from Pride that weekend probably. I'm sitting here like, hey, maybe let me text the roommates real quick. What are we planning here? There we go. Big 6H counter, fully charge on the Wild Assault as well. Resetting into the 2S. Ooh, a little TK. The TKs are coming out so fluid for Risk Candy here. 2H as well. Gonna be an option for sure. Every hit is a threat here coming in from the Johnny.
I wish I had TKs like that for real. tried to call it with 5K, didn't quite work out for him. They get the 2K 2D anyway.
Johnny versus...
Bar slash clown up the wild assault. Turns into a full conversion for Slayer anyway.
Yeah, this is looking really good. Gonna be getting a kill on the board here for Ukyo. Taking advantage of that high damage. Oh, 2K actually getting backdashed there. Nice throw.
What a throw.
Throw getting tech now. Backdashing out of the range of the 2H. Is playing cautiously here. You know that you're just one good burst bait away from an inevitable death. Nice little TK. Got a little bit of a back jump there as well, though. There it is. The far slash counter hit. Gonna have plenty of damage on that route. And that is Risk Candy taking it 3-0. And we will do a little check here. Looks like Sam and Hiho are 5 minutes into their match. They will likely be wrapping up here shortly. Getting on stream and getting smacked. Hey, listen. Top 8 in Fightsticks and Flashkicks. Ain't nothing to scoff at. You did well, Ukyo. Let me see. Let me see. I'm sure that we're cooking through that match a little bit here. Let's go ahead and run Leahi versus Pearlbot here. We're going to go a little bit out of order, but we are going to go ahead and get our winners finals cooking through. Pearlbot versus Leahi. Refresh my top 8 as well, and we'll pop over to that top 8 Guard Crush Simulator 2025 card edition. Real.
Many such cases of that against Johnny.
This is going to be the winner of this will be guaranteed into the grand finals, and the loser going to be moving down to losers finals in order to wait patiently for their opponent to come through. Rude. Hey, listen, we take the positivity from King Koa. King Koa coming here straight up hating on some people. Cough, cough, CPU. Yo, another ABBA here for our top 8. Actually, another ABBA versus Ram here for our top 8. CPU deserves it. Oh, no.
What did CPU do to deserve this?
Hey, listen. Too bad. Red RC coming through. Robot is indeed insane. We've been enjoying watching it so far. Leahi, though, taking first blood. Leahi's kind of been playing out of their mind today. Out of her mind, rather.
They have. They have.
Leahi gotten a good run so far. 6P getting whiff punished here by the jump in. Look at that beautiful route. A clean 50% off the top. Barber, no more, please.
Abba really just loves 50% combos.
Have y'all seen that new trend, the new haircut trend, where people are just going in with like a 32 buzz cut? What's up with that? I'm getting on in years. Someone's gonna have to explain that one to me.
I don't think I've seen that trend either.
Here we go, corner pressure. Ooh, bursting out just barely in time. We cancel out the sword there as well. Backdash
into the sword.
Oh no, not like this. That is Leahi taking. Oh, I have Leahi saved as a Potemkin player. That is not correct. Ram with full Valentine. Leahi taking game number 1. Not like this.
It might be like that, I'm afraid.
Give us a moment here. Catch your breath a little bit. Refresh. You know you're going to be getting plenty of time to breathe during those guard crushes coming your way.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Early burst out there.
Nicely done. Getting that air mix. Both players trading some blows here. Going to be getting the hard knockdown into the install here for ABBA. Going for the Mortabotto swordless though, so no damage coming in. Got some Probot fans in the chat. The overhead's going to connect here though.
Another Mortabotto.
Oh, nice JH. Just put up a wall with the sword there. Who cares if it's sharpened?
Run up throw just off rip.
Run up throw round start is a move of all time. Another throw here. Throwing through the frames of the sword. Explosion. Zero 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 117 for you, Hiho. Nice IB as well coming in, but unfortunately, there's just another sword falling behind. Another perfect for Leahi. Kind of playing out of her mind. You can remember, hey, that's okay. Is a-okay. What is this? 155718 55447. Did I just read out my IP address? What's happening? Chill and relax. True.
Duel 1.
Robot's got to take a breath. Got to reset a little bit. They're getting close. They're getting so close in all of these games. But just that round call difference is definitely coming through. Nice. I like the parry under. Oh my god, the sword though. It's like a mini Faust just waiting for ABBA to try to hit anything. Too bad. Old 2K tries to mash out of the corner, but it is not quite going to go. That should be plenty of damage. I love swordless Mortabotto. I'm not going to lie. I think swordless Ram as is actual sauce. Okay. Wow, just going straight in on the JR.
Pro really showing they're not afraid to burst out of pressure and say, I'm taking my turn back. Really using it kind of more aggressively to try to get a semblance of an inch in to push their way through.
For sure. This is looking very scary here. Maxed out risk on game point. Stuck in the corner. JD's not going to help you here. Does manage to land a far slash there and into a combo, getting that Jealous Rage install. YRC blocked your soda.
Looked like this time that aggressive burst really kind of put him right on the right direction there.
Information round. True. Yeah, backdash is going to get caught by this. This is actually so scary. Now you're in Jealous Rage. The throw's baited. Now you have a mountain of HP to climb, but no. Pearl on the board. We always say the journey of the reverse sweep begins with a single step, and they have taken that first step for sure. And she moves on to a 1-2 scenario.
Probot seem to find the right ways to deal with Ramclaw pressure. Let's see if they can keep that going.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Too bad. Nice routing here for Leahi. Getting a hard push over to the corner. Lots of damage down as well, forcing the uninstall from ABBA.
So one thing I've noticed out of all the Ramclaw players so far, they've got those routes down and clean.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you kind of have to, especially at this level. Nicely done. Leahi has that ability to, you know, alter their route slightly depending on what kind of hit they got, finding those small hit confirms here and there, or just fishing for the optimal hit off that flip kick. But here's a throw, getting the pressure started, bursting out, does not want to deal with the rock. This is scary. Reset. YRC gonna force the mask off with the block string. Flip. Honestly, that would have gotten hit too.
I definitely wasn't blocking that.
That was kind of one of those situations we were talking about earlier. If you were crouch blocking, then that would have gone over your head and caused the mix to happen. I'm willing to bet if you go back through the VOD and check those inputs, that Pearlbot was expecting the cross-up to happen, so it was blocking on the opposite side, but because they were standing, the hit comes in on the same side on the overhead, which is just tragic to see. But that is indeed Leahi taking it. Going to be moving on to the grand finals. 3, 2, 1 there. And we've got Hiho, finally, after a long journey. Hiho versus Which Way. Hiho just absolutely decimating the layout of the top 8. I think took out the 3rd seed and the 8th seed on their way to top 8 here today. Very, very scary stuff. Of course, we all know Hiho and Which Way for their presence so far. 000117 is going to be coming up now, and then we're going to be doing Baba versus Wrist Candy up next. Who got this twin? Okay, let's go ahead and check out our versus screen here just real quick while we get Hiho. Excuse me, there it is. Get the actual match pulled up here. Oh, 4th seed versus 13th seed. But I see a 1st place over there in the UV bracket and a 13th in the Bracket X bracket. Meanwhile, Hiho going 1st in the most recent Guilty Ear Reloaded. And also in Breakout Series, getting that 13th. But having clean sweep here for Hiho so far. Having to DQ out of the 1st round, making a good loser's run of it. Which Way? More recently got sent down. It didn't capture 1st in Paragon last night. Oh, actually tragic. It actually might be here. Hashtag flex. Oh, hell yeah. 1st in Paragon, definitely no joke.
Mankind. Get onto rock. Duel 1.
Here we go. The Milia Mixed Monster going up against the Eno, also a Mixed Monster. I was trying to find some alliteration in my brain. It wasn't quite there. Didn't have quite enough brain glycogen for that one. Screen goes out. Thank you, Robbie. I worked hard on it. Oh, the 2K trying to go for the tick throw. Just microdash, lol.
I'll say going from competing in like beginner brackets to like watching the more like high level gameplay, these players are some demons.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, these players do not mess around. There are no drops. It is all about how you can block that mix and how you can execute it and get that mental stack up to make your opponent unable to block the mix. It's definitely a big difference. There's always a lot of contention of like where people kind of semantically draw the line of like beginner and intermediate and like a top player, quote unquote. But you can definitely see some of the difference immediately upon some of these interactions. Oh, 2P OTG. I gotta say, Lilia 2P OTG mix is some of the most fun. I will get hit by that shit every day.
You can tell a lot of the difference too just by like how fast these players are just adapting on the fly to whatever's going on. Like you were saying about Leahi, of like how they can just adapt to whatever kind of stray hit they get to carry that combo through on ramp.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely a big deal. Getting the Mirage cancel into the winger. Backdash getting
Especially
caught. Go ahead.
Especially in a matchup like Eno versus Milia, where it's just whoever's trying to get aggressive first and get their own mix going, and if you can't get out of that, it's kind of, you're just stuck in the blender for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely very, very scary. It's a situation that like you, when they get into that early situation, say his name and he appears. Hold on, I got you, Timbers. We'll get one. We'll get one soundboard. Getting into it though. Game number 2. Loses round 1. Joe Hendry. Listen, I'm randomly obsessed with Joe Hendry. I don't know if you noticed, but my in-game name is Joe Hendry right now. It's perfect. Nice close slash, actually whiffing a far slash after the close slash and still picking up the combo off the anti-air counter hit. Beautiful stuff from Hiho. This is a scary combo as well, and you do land the Capel. Nicely done. Overhead landing. Ooh, trying to find some mash options. Definitely see which way. Opting for the backdashes and mashes. Trying to be really active on defense, which is a good thing. But when the callouts aren't quite working out, it is very scary. But now that I think about it, I think Eno might be one of the only characters, nice gold burst, that doesn't get a free close slash off of an anti-air 5P, which is very sad. Especially because you just got one there. Nicely done, though. 2-0 so far. I've been watching Joe Hendry since ICW. Hell yeah. They recently came across my TikTok feed, and I have just, overnight, I was like, hey, just a fair warning to all my roommates. This is my new vocal tick, and it's just going to be, I'm going to reference Joe Hendry at least 17 times a day, and if I don't, something's wrong with me. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, but his bit is so good. Too bad. Far slash landing, exactly what you want to see, but the burst has to come out, of course. You do not want to let the Eno start that pressure. And excuse me? 50% damage on that combo? Are we... This is the low damage character, right? 2K 2D here. 2K again after that slow walk up. Nice. Back throw incident. Finding a little bit of mix going over the head there. And just a mad love Agitado. And close things out. Hair car clean across the board here. Lots of aerial options. Actually just walks under. I didn't know Milia was short enough to just walk under HCL like that. Low damage. Yeah, for real. There we go. 5P coming in. Capel again. Hiho putting themselves in a dangerous situation. We saw the Wild Assault try to come out. No deflect shield for you today. We're side swapping. Pulling out of the wall again. You're alive here, right? Winger does no damage. You're alive, but just barely. Now we have meter available. You have burst. Punish it. Nice. Very nicely done. Optimizing that punish for the Eno. If the chip damage that you'd have taken from the second half of that super plus the plus frames. Also, that's a third meter. Okay, got it. Hey, come on. What are we doing here? Why are we moving that, dude? Is this our Bad Moon plug? Bad Moon LLC dash Hiho. Nice. This is a safe jump. Unless you mash there. Oh, the fast RC down. Actually got a hit out of it. You have burst available. You have to burst really soon here. The chip coming through caught you not FDing. That is on the board for which way? Not too shabby at all. Wait, has taken the first step towards that reverse sweep. Artemis landing here. And again, we're seeing that deflect shield try to come out. Which way is being so active on defense. And honestly, I like the mentality behind it. Being active on defense against Milia is really solid, but you have to be so on top of your call-outs. When it works beautifully. And at any opportunity, you only need one solid opportunity on Eno to get onto that offense and to take the game. Nicely done. HCL just trying to control some of the airspace here. JH from downtown.
And they get the full carry into wall break too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saw an attempt at a, jump scare there.
Yep. Getting the red RC here into the combo. Burst is available. I don't know if it's going to come out quite yet. Get a little bit of a heroic burst. Look at those fuzzies. Red RC. The patience coming in from Hiho. Losing this would be so funny. 3-1 going Hiho's way. Which way is going to be falling out of the bracket, but a great job for sure. Next up, we have a match that I was expecting to see on a different section of this bracket. We got Baba versus Wrist Candy. You still doing JH? Oh no. I think we're going to be getting straight into that. These players are already rearing to go. Baba is you. Baba is me. Baba is going to try to be winning this game.
Baba is potentially cooking.
Speaking of, yeah, repping that new Vice org. Now I think about it, that's probably why Yoho Spill. We probably aggroed Yoho Spill by Baba being in the bracket rather than by everyone joining, holding hands and downplaying Testament together. I'm gonna choose to believe that it's because we were all downplaying Testament together. It was a beautiful moment for me. Man, who are these Vice fellas? I don't know. They're cooking a little bit. Swap names. I refuse to, Bobby. Nobody tells me what to do. Okay. There we go.
That pickup into the wall break.
Oh, was Johnny going crazy?
I'm definitely seeing. I'm seeing some tech coming out of the steal.
For sure. Lots of meter available for both players. That post grab tech situation is such a scary one against Johnny with that 9-framer far slash. But Potemkin also can convert so much, just walks forward to catch the backdash into the Heavenly Potemkin Buster. That's crazy. You're alive! Rare footage of Potemkin not killing there.
Johnny has a lot of opportunities, like you were saying, with the 9-frame forward slash there, but Potemkin also just has the armor to just push right through it anyway.
For sure. Got an interesting, some interesting stuff for this matchup. Lots of good double hits.
Nice
the
backdash.
The backdash also leaving you in range for the Potemkin Buster as well. Nicely done. Now, gonna get a little bit of damage down, but it is just so hard to get the ball rolling against a mountain of HP that you're going against. There's the on-hit tick throw into the Potemkin Buster. Baba saved his Ramlethal here. You are a Potemkin player, and you are a Johnny player. Update player.
Duel 1.
Started. We'll get some reporting down here as the Potemkin looking pretty solid into this Johnny right now. We said earlier, sometimes you gotta fight evil with evil, you know?
I know from what I've heard with like talking to Squanto and stuff too, Johnny does have the opportunities. He can just put up a really oppressive offense against Potemkin, make him just guess into 50-50s on repeat if he wants to, but at the same time, Potemkin gets one opportunity to get in and there goes half of your health bar.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always like, you know, Johnny does have a pretty solid matchup into the Potemkin, but Baba's just playing it so well here. This is so much damage. Didn't quite have the meter to go all the way there, but nice far slash. Ooh, cut a little bit of wonkiness on the aerial movement there, but now the 6H landing, no meter, but the Nsenga loop is going to be doing a lot of damage. One more interaction, but the meter advantage over for Baba. The double misfinder OTG, nicely done. Catching the backdash again with that hammerfall break. Finding those tricky frames, the double counter hit. Caught ya mashing on hit. Really good reset. There's the jump scare, 6K, double 6K in the combo. Is it still 0-0? No, I believe that Baba took the last one. I think my score set was that. I got distracted by the characters when I went to update the score. That's my bad.
What a clean combo coming out of Wrist Candy there.
Definitely. Say my name. Get some J's in the chat. As we're going through the wall with a hard knockdown. Positive bonus. You know the drill. And Sengo side swap with the fast PRC reaction from Baba. Beautiful stuff.
Such just a round start Kara Paw Buster.
Easy. There it is again.
Into it.
No, Johnny actually decently tanky here. I think you might have fucked up. Oh, you still kill. That's even worse. Still killing there is fucked up.
That's one thing, at least on my end. I know when Pot gets me in the corner, if I'm playing against Pot in like Tower, it can seem almost impossible to get out of too. It's just basically both characters have ways to just oppress against the other person with their pressure strings and everything. All the options they have to just keep you in the corner right where they want you and just keep their game plan and their offense rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going wild for Baba right now. I was so sure that PRCing that Potemkin Buster before it hit was a throw, but it was absolutely not. Heat Knuckle does too much damage. There's too much sauce. Here we go, little Nsenga here. Nicely done for Wrist Candy. Little double close slash. Take a page out of Nago's book there for the swordsmanship. Just mashing out the 2K on that. Yep, gonna get the hard knockdown. Not quite gonna have enough damage to kill here.
Does have 50 meter with hard knockdown though.
Easy enough here for Wrist Candy, taking, as we said a couple times, that first step towards the potential reverse sweep. This has definitely been a very decisive bracket so far. too bad. And the big hit on the overhead. No RC there, huh? Actually saving it here for the tap dust, making sure that you can get the kill.
Doesn't quite connect there with the 5 to keep that going.
Done. Mistfinder cancels, trying to keep things nice and safe, but getting chased out of the corner by Baba. Going for the fake instant overhead slide head tick throw. There's some shenanigans going on there. We do find the low, and this is going to be
close enough for the 2P there.
Plenty of damage. Super dead. 3-0. Baba is 3-0. Big shout outs to Risk Candy cooking through the bracket so far, but is unfortunately going to be sent home by the Potemkin Menace. Baba win indeed. Let's go ahead and get an update on our top 8.
The Baba believers are thriving right now.
The Baba believers are indeed thriving. Here we go. We're about to see Jingo J versus Hiho, and we are in, of course, my favorite part of the night and your favorite part of the night. It's winner stays for the rest of the night. Is the winner of this match going to be moving on to face off against Baba? Winner of that facing off against Probot, and the winner of that going against Leahi. Definitely big dubs up to Risk Candy as well. We'll be getting on in here. Let me get Hee-ho. Hee-ho, hee-ho. Off to work we go. Hee-ho not. Or not. There we go. Jingo J on the Ramblethal.
Immediately just into the Milia carry.
The guard crushes starting to work their way here. It's an interesting hill to die on. Now we start getting into the overall bracket and Strive community metagame, right? Hiho can throw here to try to prove that Ram is fucked up. Because if Hiho wins, I'm going to say that this is a winning matchup for Milia for at least like 5 FNFs.
Sometimes you gotta take one for the team.
It's always Hiho that's in this position as well. JS gonna connect on the air-to-air. Oh, nice IB, and then punishes with the 2P. Finds a little 6P there for the Ram. Getting the side swap as well. I like the shimmies. They're not working on Hiho though. Rock steady on the mental, waiting for the end of the pressure, or just waiting to build enough meter. I try to tune out when Jillia's doing all that combo stuff. Here we go. Ram, though. Speaking of doing combo stuff, now Ram. Oh, BRC instant overhead with the 5P.
They got a pixel and a dream.
Oh, man. A little trade is all it's going to take. And that is indeed the Hiho taking that game. Let me go and get these characters reported here as well. Jingo J on Ram and Hiho on the Millier.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Early burst out of the Ram. Not really wanting to deal with that Milia pressure. I totally understand that.
Oh, nice. Huge 6P coming in on the side swap. Wise man once told me you gotta get washed before you can get clean. It's so true. Truer words never spoketh. Speaking of getting clean, though, Jingo J getting pretty clean with these combos in the corner. Positive bonus going to be good for this inevitable Milia mix coming your way. Dude. Oh no, drops the combo and gets caught backdashing. This is devastating moment. You got hit by the mix. Oh no, Hiho went for a little reset there. Oops.
The double side swap into the dash grab.
Hiho trying to
He's
go
got
for
so
a
many.
Fern 22 combo with a jump throw in the middle of it.
Milia just has so many options too for different ways she can outmaneuver people, get her into the space that she wants to be.
Nice big counter hit here. Lots of damage. XP coming through on the side swap. Jingo J, if nothing else, a little bit of the testament lives through on these side swap 6Ps. Little FD 6P option select mayhaps. Doing very well with them so far. Too bad. Gotta make them work for it here. The neutral is definitely where a matchup like this is gonna live and die. Now that you're in the pressure sequence. Oh, just backdashes out real fast. Oh, double PRC. Neither character hitting anything. A meterless tap dust coming through. The windshield wipers are clashing with the Capel. Hiho definitely having to work for every inch here. PRC didn't quite get fast enough for the pickup. There's the Capel. All right, we found it. We found it. That is Hiho going up 2-0, but it is looking scrappy out there.
Seems like we're in for another, so far it seems like a battle of the skies. Both players just trying to establish a don't enter here zone, but it seems like both of them don't really care about that. They're just going to do whatever they want to do anyway.
For sure.
I feel like, though, my favorite matches are the scrappy ones where it's just both players fighting tooth and nail for any inch they can get. It's where you see, like, the real mix come out, in my opinion.
For sure. Gold burst in the corner. If you're going to burst, it might as well be golden. Put that burst meter to good use, getting that positive bonus, getting a decent chunk of the burst back, as well as getting a lot of meter and extra damage. It's going a long way right now. You just chip out? Yeah. Okay. Chip no Xanath, as I promised I would steal from my goats up at Just Mids. Still tech on the throw. JP gonna chase you out of the corner. Oh, nice. The TK super fall. Yeah, very scary stuff. Getting all the way. Man, and then the little 2P poke into the pick throw. Always a good one. That is 3-0 for the young Hiho. Beautiful stuff coming through.
We've been seeing a lot of just single hit either confirms or on block, just leading into take throw there. Like that seems to be.
It's always funny, when you could hypothetically be confirming your 2P into something that maybe does a little bit more damage, but sometimes you're committed to the bit on the strike throw. Next up, we've got the classic matchup. This is the Texas matchup. If you have ever played any tournaments, any Texas Showdown, or any Texas locals, you know one thing. We got Milias, and we got dang old Potemkins. We've got Baba coming in against the Hiho.
It kind of goes back to the oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It goes back to the mental stack again of like sometimes that's the most important part. Like, yeah, you could do more damage on it, but if you just get them stacked on thinking, okay, they're gonna grab here, bait out the grab, do anything on that, or just go for another one.
Yep. Am I gonna be at SPW? I don't think so. I don't have any travel plans right now, unfortunately. We've got a lot of busy happening right now. That's the Oklahoma one upcoming, right? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not making it out this time around. We were going to be doing something here in Texas this weekend. I was going to be TOing a bracket. But I think those plans kind of fell through anyway. It's on Saturday, $500 pop on day. Listen, I don't play this video game. That's the thing. I actually, I've been booting up. I just this week, I finally, like, nature is healing enough and booted up tower in the game. That's why I changed my name from Pariadox so that I could go incognito. Hello, Rin.
I don't know, you were cooking me earlier in the fight clubs that we had.
Here we go. Baba versus He Ho. We'll see who comes out on top. $500 COTW, MK1, Grand Blue, GGST. That's pretty nice. If y'all are in the Oklahoma area, check it out for sure, because they run some good shit up there. Lots of good homies as well. Ooh, trying to get a little throw there. Grr, he took my spot.
I beat you to the calm spot like I beat you to the joke last stream. I'm sorry. No, but for real, how do you do this? This is scary.
Ooh, nice air throw back into the corner. The meatiest of Garudas, and you are super dead. I lost my aura. I feel so free being able to play in tower as a regular again. Yeah, I mean, every now and then I just gotta, like, you gotta go, like, incognito so you can just not have to worry about anything. Not that I necessarily have much to worry about. It's not like I'm a particularly crazy player or anything. There we go. Putting the footsies button. YRC trying to get out of here. Baba. Ooh, the throw whiff. A scary situation to be in. Even scarier is being against this Potemkin that has 100 meter right now. Any mistake could spell death. We are going for some Oki. Garuda, all that meter melting away.
I know from personal experience against Squanto, pot with any form of meter is scary. You never know when you're about to get hit by a pot jump scare.
Absolutely. There's a nice 6P though, coming in from Hiho. No RC to confirm it. Nicely done. Going for the bad moon. Too much tower rots the brain on God. It is true. It is true. Nice. Try to find the 5P mash. Did get counter hit out? You're dead? You're so dead. Not even close, actually. I don't know why I sounded surprised. Extendo is what he says. Beautiful stuff, though. Now 1-0 in the favor of the Potemkin player. This is just Taylor's oldest time, right? This is like almost a more iconic matchup than like Grappler versus Zoner.
Duel 1.
Nice jump out on the grab there.
Here we go. counter hit, bursting out immediately. You do not want to have to deal with that hard knockdown situation. Not a lot of heat knuckle coming out in the neutral, I'm noticing, but I guess the Capel probably does a pretty good job. Glass and tissue paper, what make my homegirl Millie Rock made out of? True, true. There we go. 6P's gonna whip out here. Oh no, he tackled across the screen on the wrong way. There it is, the Potemkin Buster. Gonna be sealing the deal. Baba now potentially halfway through this set if they continue playing at this rate. And it looks like they're going to. Oh no. Oh no, not like
Gotta
this.
love the just pot buster sweep.
Quick mods, timeout Hiho before they type in chat. Oh, I didn't do it fast enough, sorry. Baba spooky indeed. Is the hydrogen drop bomb versus coughing baby meme played out yet? I think this is actually the we're past hydrogen bomb coughing baby. This is 100 men versus a gorilla. I'll let you decide which one's which. We know which is which. I love the situation where someone's like, yeah, we all know which is which for sure, but everyone just has the opposite opinions. Where's the salt tweet? I need it. I don't know. I think Hiho's feeling pretty good about things right now, regardless of how this set goes. Had a really good run this week, and honestly, if the set is over at this pace, can you even feel that bad about it? Sometimes you just gotta go next. Sometimes you just end the bracket run, you take your night off, and you're like, yeah, all right, I'll take a fourth. I'm fine with that.
I feel like they played out of their mind the whole bracket, though.
Oh, for sure. Hiho's been absolutely cooking. Made the run through losers. Oh, here we go, though. Starting to come alive.
I love seeing the switch of Hiho playing a little bit more carefully, trying to like read out, get some information on how Bob is playing things, and then switching into just going right back into the mix.
This is driving me crazy. Are the 100 men taking turns, or can they gang up on the gorilla? To the best of my knowledge, the 100 men's can do kind of whatever they want.
See, I think if for that whole debate, personally, I think if it's 100v1 gorilla, I don't think there is a debate here. But if it was like 1v1v1v1, I think the gorilla might have a chance there.
Crazy run, for sure. Listen, all I know is that the gorilla wins in D&D 5e. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, Aqua. Like, I agree with that wholeheartedly. There is no way a gorilla is winning against 100 people all at the same time.
Just grab its nuts. Oh, here we go. Speaking of, though, we got some neutral happening right now. Hair car going for the mix, going for the tick throw. That's pretty good.
Back dash.
Pot versus 100 million. I think Pot wins that, I'll be real. Oh, the PRC after the Estes. Nice 6P. And our own Hiho is on the board. I'd jump a gorilla.
They have
I mean,
a
I think
chance.
the hardest thing, fucking help. Nah, Hiho, you don't get any help. We're busy talking about gorillas versus people. I think the biggest thing, right, is if you give stamina, if you give the stamina argument, you do also have to take into account the psychological argument. If you have to have like 30 dudes who are willing to just die.
That is very true.
Cause like the first dude, like maybe not the like just the third, all 30 are guaranteed to die, but like the first 15 are dead for sure. So like if you're the guy getting sent in first, you just know that's gonna be happening.
Unless you can literally coordinate all 100 people to move at the same time.
Yeah, the fear definitely plays an aspect, but first 15 getting turned into patties, that's what I'm saying. Ooh, nice. A little bit of it is over coming in from Baba, the pop buster. Oh, we don't even need 30?
I kind of agree with that. I think 100, like, if you wanted to actually be a debate, I personally think you could actually have a debate at like 20 to 15 people and actually have a real debate on that.
That's wild. Anyway, speaking of debates, no debate about this health bar. A little bit of connection issues. Can we get a TO to ping Hiho and see if we need a connection check on that? Very well played. Bob going up 3-1 over Hiho. Get out of here. Nope. GG's. Dog smoking a cigarette. Game crash, we run it back. Yeah. Reset to the most achievable game state. You guys can run it back. He still has my respect for booting up. Real. Hiho definitely been cooking. Hiho's gonna have to move to Texas for just move to Houston for a couple weeks and get the boot camp in. Vanswarm's got you. I think Vanswarm gets it.
Have a training arc.
Absolutely. We got Pearlbot coming in. Pearlbot up now, and we got Leahi coming up very shortly as we get into our losers finals.
Both players also have just real great runs showing off like exactly what they can do, how they want to get their game plan going again. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Now we are going to be getting the Yokai representative, the ABBA. Pearl and Acelsus. Going up against Baba on the Potemkin. I think, if I remember, I don't know how, if anything ever came to fully fruition out of Squanto's labbing, but I'm pretty sure the Potemkin can do some fucked up stuff to ABBA in this matchup. There's some of ABBA's corner pressure in particular that Potemkin can just like, has a big enough gap to pop buster in the middle of the pressure zones. Which is terrifying. No, this matchup is so bad, I believe it. I could be persuaded. It's okay here so far. As bad as Abamilia. What a confirm coming in there. The one hit confirm with the 5K check at half screen. Oh, we were churning there. You're dead. GGST footsies. That's crazy.
I looked
I'm
away
saving
for a
that
second,
replay
all I
because my
see
replay's broken. Nice. Good backdash there. Oh, we're falling. We both got hit, but ABBA definitely winning out on that interaction. Does go for the multi-hitting overhead, and now it's time to go through the wall. Potentially no. Mega Fist back. Yup. There's one. Not opting for the RC route to get the wall splat here. Might have been a little bit too far away from the wall. Does find a hit and another confirm. You're just dead. Oh no, was just a little too far off. Gold burst. If you're gonna burst, it might as well be gold and get that positive bonus rolling.
both players here really just one interaction away from taking the round.
Yeah, found the fast RC into the hit, but unfortunately, the flick lands. Oh no, Slide Head does damage now. This does a lot though, and your plus. Gotta hold this. There's the 5P. Incredible stuff from Baba with all the right call outs. Wild. Wild stuff coming through so far. Pray Probot wins. On God, I'm gonna just leave if Grand Finals is Rampot. Oh no. Hello, Tensorial. There it is, a round start buster. Little pack dash on the close slash. A little bit of fuzzies here. Plenty of plus frames, keep going for days. Got the hit. You just had to block that out a little bit longer. We do get a good chunk back. The fast RC into the close slash hit, earning the burst out. Hey, Hack Fraud Wizard, my goat. Thank you for the raid. Hack Fraud Wizard, or Hack for short. Oh, hold on. Hack Fraud Wizard, or Hack for short, is a software engineer and biking enthusiast from the Midwest. They're all about that Guilty Gear Strive life, dropping quick start guides and going hard on the 2XKO grind. From mastering biking to editing videos, this streamer's got skills. Thank y'all for the big raid. Much love.
Shout
Pot
out
in Grand
Midwest.
Finals? Shout out Midwest, yeah. We're looking at a potential of a Pot in Grand Finals here for sure. Done. Gonna have to land this F-Shiki here. Goes for the super. We're FDing to make sure, but unfortunately we got hit out there. I don't know if that was an FD bug or what. Buster coming through. Too bad. Beautiful routing, actually. This is going for so long. You're going through the wall. What's happening? You're dead? You're alive, thank God.
Both of these players just seem to take any hit and just turning it into a massive cash out.
No, dude. Help. Help me. 2-0. I hate this matchup. Oh, that is indeed tragic. The whiff punish into the Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Baba, my goat. Baba is goat indeed. We're getting into game number 3. Baba looking to make a clean sweep of things here, getting their way back for that rematch in Grand Finals. You can only imagine Baba started cheesing when he saw his path to Grants and Milia Abba. Big hit there on the overhead. Just react. Yeah, just react. You gotta react on character select, I think. By picking Axel. Nice jump out here.
The fast RC jump scare.
Nicely done. Pearlbot getting on the board here, getting the stock down.
Wait, simply guess right? Simply Earth mention?
Simply Riff mention? yeah, you gotta go ham. Oh, just waits out. Oh no, guessed right, but Baba was 3 steps ahead. Just waits out the backdash and gets the Potemkin Buster anyway. That's fucked up.
Going trade for trade right off start there.
Nice. Catching the low. Getting the Kara key. Just trying to find something in the neutral. Big buttons coming through.
It was a nice wild assault to try to stay in there.
Absolutely. You want to keep that pressure up, keep that jealous rage meter building. Nice. Oh no, yeah, gets a fast cancel into the red RC, and Pearlbot is on the board 1-2. The journey of the reverse sweep begins with a single round, and Pearlbot has taken that step. Take no responsibility for Tower Bikins, as you shouldn't. As you shouldn't. We are getting in here to game number 4.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
The final form of the Tower Viking. I don't know. I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking about, oh gosh, what was her name? ATH? The peak Tower Viking? Who just come into bracket and sweep bracket with just the most belligerent Tower Viking gameplay you've ever seen in your life.
Seems like Pearl this round is having a pretty good time just keeping the pressure going, staying out of range, keeping herself safe.
Doing a great job making sure, oh, can't say he's too safe from that part. Unfortunately, even the slide forward, not going to be thrown immune to that. There it is, a nice jump, just guess right, they said, and Pearl took that seriously.
Not quite fast enough to get the, pretty sure they're going for stance change into super.
Getting the block in the air, unfortunately a little bit high up, is still going to be plus on the way down. This is a lot of damage. I think you might be dead. Key grab. You're alive. You have one chance with burst at 100 meters.
Jealous.
Yep, I had to go for it. Was just maybe a little bit too slow there, but also had the PRC available. Could have tried to go for like a PRC into another command grab there. That's our first game 5 of the entire night, I think. Here in our losers finals, Pearlbot versus Baba with a really fast game 4.
That was just a really great round for Pearl.
Duel 1.
No Moss Pearl. We got some big Pearl fans in the chat. Nice Mega Fist out of the corner. Nicely done. Another big counter hit for Pearl. Getting the ball rolling here is on match point for Baba, but Pearl showing lots of signs of life here, getting the potential of the reverse sweep, has plenty of jealous rage to work with. Meter as well, PRCs finds the kill. We are in a final game, final round. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, we are in our first final game, final round of the night. The winner of this going to be moving on to Grands. Had to block after the jump in. Too bad. Going for the insult, dashing the slide head. This is looking scary though. You're one buster away. Oh, and you have to uninstall. You got the jump out. What a beautiful read. Oh, Pearl,
Ooh,
no.
not quite enough.
A little bit too antsy. The OTG is going to be enough. Once again, just hard calling out that backdash with a delayed buster.
both players still just playing out of their absolute minds tonight.
Absolutely. Versus Potemkin. Boom, 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 boom. Submit result. And that is Baba moving on up to the grand finals. Let's get our final look at our top 8 situation here as we move into things. Also, exclamation point bracket in the chat. We've got Leahi versus Baba. GG's all around. An incredible set from both players. Now it is the Ram versus the Potemkin, the dreaded top tier matchup. But Leahi has been cooking, has done upset after upset, beat Baba earlier in winter semis in order to steal that first seed spot, but Baba has clawed their way back through the bracket.
I'm wondering what kind of adaptations we're going to see out of Baba. See if they read anything from playing against Leahi in the first set they had.
Pearl is a cool new up-and-coming ABBA. Be prepared to see her more honestly. Yeah, I'm very excited, honestly. I've been enjoying it. There's been a lot of, I mean, King Koa, you know, you're sounding like the the old grandparent King Koa, but you know, it wasn't too long ago that you were the new up-and-coming ABBA player. So I'm hyped about ABBA. I think there's a lot of cool players who are doing a lot of cool stuff with the character.
Abba's another one, kind of go back to what I was saying about like with all the Sim players we have. You can really see the difference in like expression with how people approach Abba.
Yeah, we're cooking. It's true. There's nothing that you can give a character that is more powerful than a dedicated fan base. And ABBA is really high up there with like a small number of insanely dedicated players. And then eventually, you know, a couple of small buffs here and there, and the character just skyrockets. You see the same thing with Potemkin, right? The Potemkin player base was so dedicated. Once those buffs came in, they were immediately ready to capitalize. Top 1, please. Maybe, like, we'll make Testament top 1, and then ABBA can be second. ABBA can be top 2, but has a winning matchup against Testament. So. I wonder if there are more Jacko or ABBA players. Ooh, that's kind of tough. She's not getting the. Oh, here we go. This is actually so scary. You're getting chipped. You keep running. The swords are coming back. You got the flip over as well. What a nice escape coming in from Leahi in the face of impending doom. Are there more Jacko or ABBA players? My bias says that there's more ABBA players because I see a lot
more Abbas.
Yeah, I see a lot more ABBA than I see Jacko in general. For the flip, does find a 5P to punish the cross up here.
I don't think there's a way to dodge that one.
There's at least a dozen of us. Okay, that's how I feel about Testament sometimes. There are some days. That is indeed Baba taking game number 1. Information game indeed. Baba is going to have to reset the bracket in order to make it happen here. Getting into game number 2.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice jump out on the pop buster there.
No, he's still playing. Lixao's one of the loyal soldiers for sure. You are the beloved 1%. Nice buster. We got Lixao and Nitro and Joe Brownie. That's it. Nice, never fall out. Just wait until Bridget buffs. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure, is Adventure still on Jacko?
I don't think that Adventure plays the game, but also I think that Adventure swapped off of Jacko. Nitro's on Leo now. Secondary, that sounds right.
The first time I saw Adventure was CEO, and they won with Jacko.
Yeah, we lost Carrot and lost Ed, and now Nitro. A tragedy. Information game. Everybody gets 2. That's the thing. That's what I always say. But nobody gets 3, unless they're the winner of Fightsticks and Flashkicks. The Baba Gap Express.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
We'll get to see a little bit of that neutral interaction. Trying to get the rock to do its job, but it's not quite working out. Nicely done.
I genuinely believe that Baba's gotten a real power-up off the believers in chat.
Yeah, absolutely. The Spirit Bomb is real. 2K there after the rock. Trying to armor through something here. Tap Dust going to open you up and send you through the wall. Most certainly that positive bonus going to go a long way for whittling down this Potemkin HP bar. It definitely seems like the kind of matchup where once Ram really starts getting the pressure going, it's pretty hard for Potemkin to get out. But in the neutral zone, there's a lot of tools that Potemkin has. There we go, trying to catch out a greedy button. I like the backdash mentality. Oh, did get hit, unfortunately. Tried to walk forward to block. Mortabato on hit. Oh, no. Tried to go for something there. Looked like maybe a super PRC attempt or something.
This seems like another one of those matchups. You look away for 1 second and you're about to see a real big red health bar.
Oh, for sure. There we go. Landing the third hit of Rekka. Not the death sentence that it once was, but is looking pretty solid for Leahi. Has the opportunity to try to bring it back for the reverse sweep here in Grands. Oh, Snapple indeed. Leahi's got a mountain of HP, but as I always say, Grappler's mental is always unbreakable because you were only ever one pot buster from an even game. You're literally dead, dude. Not like this. Send help. People are going to be asking me tomorrow why I don't have a voice. I'm just going to have to try to explain to all my coworkers who Potemkin is.
Potemkin does cause some pretty big reactions.
Oh, fuzzy from the Ram. Let's see here. Let me get my scoreboard caught up. Please. Do Grand Finals reset for me, scoreboard, please.
What a nice just air throw.
Jarvis.
Seems like Leahi's starting to take the information in, try to get their pressure strings going.
We'll do this on the manual side. Both of y'all lock in so we can get a game 5. Real homies bring it to a game 5. We've been saying that. There we go. Leahi definitely starting to lock in a little bit here. Bad. A lot of HP to climb through here. Has the armor to work. I said it again, and you are super dead.
All it takes is one Potemkin buster.
I said it. I said Mountain of HP, and to instant Leahi lost twice in a row. He did the thing. Here we go. The mental stack is starting to do its work here as Leahi. Oh no. Yo, it's the Busta Rhyme. Lol, you had a health bar. Fun Strive lore fact, Potemkin Buster was actually named after Busta Rhymes. Real. Up 1-0 now in Grand Finals reset. Ram Gore. That's Gore, my comfort character. I do agree. If you haven't got the Just Mids VOD, it was actually peak. They actually like had to take LeBron out back. It was they were popping up too hard.
The PRC into a back throw.
Here we go. This is looking solid. This is exactly where we want to be. We've seen Leahi take advantage of this exact position so many times. Nicely done. Baba just seemingly on an unstoppable streak here. Even when Leahi is starting to seem like they're taking control, seems like she's really getting back into the driver's seat. Baba's just like, nope, Owari-da. Yeah, you had to burst there. You were going to die.
Leahi's doing her best, seeming like trying not to let the mental stack get to her. Still just do her game plan. But again, all it takes is one pot buster and you're at risk.
For sure. ERC, oh man, catches the mash. An innovative use of the meter there for sure. Up 2-0. Baba is poised to take this bracket. 5 games straight.
Baba's on a generational run right now.
Thought is broken. It's true. It's true. Speaking of things that are broken, my brain is broken. Baba's name instantly just puts my brain into Baba is you mode. So I'm just like, yeah, Baba is winning. Baba is just cracked. Baba is crazy. Here we go. Nice counter hit there on the 2S. Leahi coming out swinging, knows that they have to keep the pressure up here. Oh, that's so meaty. You got the jump. Baba is gas. Too bad. Nice. Catches on the sword toss there. What a footsies button. Catches the flip with the 2D. Sure, super PRC. It could happen to you. One pot buster away. Never mind. You got a hit and they built the meter. That is Baba taking the bracket 3-0, 6-0. I think Baba dropped a total of 3 games the whole bracket. Oh, no, sorry. 6 games the whole bracket. Because big shout outs to Leahi having sent Baba down to the loser side of the bracket to begin with a 3-0 nonetheless. Beautiful games all around. Awesome. Awesome stuff. That is it for us tonight. That was a fast-ass bracket. I'm not going to lie. We kind of cruised and bruised on through that thing. What happened? I'm used to being here so much later. Jinx, do you got any shout outs you want to do before the end of the night here?
Oh, I think The only shout out I gotta give Simpler a shout out for pushing me to jump on comm tonight. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Also,
No,
shout out
keep going.
Yukio. That was a
Restart the
great run on Yukio.
Very true. Big shout outs to Yukio. Shout outs to everyone in our top 8. And shout outs to all of you for hanging out and supporting the bracket, supporting the stream. I know there's a lot of choices on how you can spend your Thursday night. We are happy that you come spend it with us. And remember out there to keep the community alive in the fighting game community at the end of the day. It is you all that make this whole thing worth it. Be sure check out Pride FGC. We had Risk Candy here in the top 8 with us today. They're going to be running Multi-Blood type Lumina for us in the Pride FGC. Check this shit out. It's going to be a blast. We are going to be getting registration up here relatively soon. $5 to enter. It's just a donation straight to the Trevor Project for a great cause, and you can enter for a weekend full of fun brackets, as well as side events and all of that good stuff. So be sure to check that out. I will have more information coming out on that this weekend, one way or the other. Even if I don't quite have time to get the registration up, we'll be getting some fun announcements out there. Anything else? Oh, hey, shout out to Arc System Works Creator. I just got accepted into the Arc System Works Creators program. So I'm going to have an announcement coming out for that too. So that's super hype. Big shout outs to ArcSys. Love those guys. Super cool stuff. We're gonna find another Guilty Gear Strive gamer to raid out to here. You all have a fantastic Thursday and hopefully enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you around. Bye.